Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Delhi's LG Vinay Saxena is usually in the news for his regular altercations with the Aam Aadmi Party government that rules the capital. But this week, he has been in the news for an entirely different matter. He's been in the news for the right reasons, essentially. Delhi's LG has written a letter to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and offered a potential solution to one of India's biggest killers, that is road accidents. Just to give you one statistic on how bad things are, ladies and gentlemen, consider this. India reports 19 deaths in road accidents every hour. That is 462 deaths every day. Yes, it's the highest anywhere in the world. And it's not getting better, it's only getting worse. So here's what the LG is suggesting. He's saying link traffic violations to motor insurance premiums. Essentially, the more traffic challans you have, the more premium you will have to pay. He's giving the example of the United States of America. He's saying that in the US, insurance premiums go up 20 to 30% if you're a repeat violator. And if the same rule is applied in India, people will hopefully drive more safely. Essentially, he's linking financial deterrence to safe driving behavior. Now, on paper, I have to say it's not a bad idea. It's also a pretty stable idea if you look at another set of statistics that the LG himself is giving. He says there was a study done in Delhi, and 60% of the vehicles involved in fatal accidents in Delhi have a history of traffic violations, especially speeding. Now, the idea has merit on paper. Question is, will it work? And more importantly, can the government push it through? Let's get in views from all our panelists who are joining us this evening. Ravi Srivastava is a political analyst. Dr. Dharinder Tayal is a BJP spokesperson. Shailesh Sinha is CEO at the Traffic People Foundation. Rajni Gandhi is the General Secretary at TRAX. It's a road safety NGO. And PV Subramania is an author. He's also a personal finance expert joining us on the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us here. Rajni, I'm going to start with you. Is the idea stable? And is it something that the government should consider seriously?
Actually, as a road safety and advocating for road safety for more than 16 years, what I am still looking for is the multi-sectoral 100% approach for road safety. But unfortunately, still we are lacking behind, and we are unable to see that approach. Although this idea of having the penalty points and impacting the insurance is one way is a welcoming, but on another way, how much we are ready for it. As you have also mentioned, I was also looking at the Vahan dashboard. So we have almost more than 36 crores vehicles registered. And out of that, only 18 crores, or I think 18 crores are uninsured already. So the accident victims are not getting the benefit of being insured because they are not insured till now. And the enforcement, if I just go through the other news, one of the city in Maharashtra, so 20 lakhs vehicle and 560 cops. So if we just parallelly try to focus it on, so on one hand, we are asking road users to get aware about the rules and regulations. But if we talk about the enforcement, so why half of the vehicular population is on road without insurance when insurance is actually required? So the enforcement system is required when we are talking about a new policy intervention. That is always a plea. We have number of offenders on roads. We have, because I think this is already saying that the number of offenders, because they are going through many traffic violations and everything. So they must get more, penalties in different ways. But we need to check simultaneously which type of road users are coming on roads. Are we still okay with the offenders training system? Are we opening for it also? because till the time we will not make a whole approach for road safety and just considering one pillar one time, another pillar, and third time, because the crashes are differently coming on a different ways. So we need to have a 100% full approach. Till the time this is not there,
No, I
enforcement is
understand.
not in place,
You
and
okay?
infrastructure is not there, then road user behavior will halfly work over there.
Okay, I understand that. You're saying it has to be a multi-agency, multi-layer approach. I get it. But the fact is the government can do whatever under the sun. Your roads will be safer only when people using those rules, using those roads, change their behavior. And the fact is people using those roads don't change their behavior, which is why the number of fatalities in our country is only going up. I mean, look at the statistic. India is home to just 1% of vehicles in the entire world. And we are home to the maximum number of road fatalities anywhere in the world. Just look at that statistic. Therefore, Dr. Dharendra Tayal, while there are concerns about how many cars or scooters or motorcycles or trucks in this country are even insured, the fact is that you need to do something. And on paper, it seems that if there are financial liabilities, people will probably drive more carefully. If your motor insurance premium is going to go up by 20-30%, if you have more than 3 challans, if I was on the roads, I would drive very carefully.
Absolutely true, Shreya. And in fact, I'm based in Chandigarh, and in Chandigarh, I have seen this firsthand. Lately meaning about a year back, some 3,000 cameras were installed. And now what happens is, if there are, I mean, so many times I'm driving out at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I find people stopping at red lights at 5 a.m., right? When it would not happen any other time, but now they know that the camera is there and tomorrow the challan is going to come to my house. So those deterrents are definitely going to increase the traffic adherence. So this kind of automation also. Now she's right that the way the population of the vehicles is increasing. Obviously, you cannot have the police increase by that, but that is where automation comes in. Now at that time there is no policeman there, but yes, the challan is going to arrive, and you can be sure of that. So all those things which are happening, and nothing gets built at the same time. True, it has to be a pillar at a time, but you are moving in the right direction. And somewhere, long back, there was one slogan that was there. I used to be a traffic warden long back, decades ago. And at that time, somebody coined a slogan which has stayed with me, that an accident sounds mild if it is not your own child. So we have to care, and we have to put in our effort in that direction.
Okay.
And I think this is a very good idea, which is there.
And if you don't care, you need to be pushed to care. If you don't care about the person on the road, just care about the fact that when you have to fill your insurance premium, your motor insurance premium, you'll have to pay 30% more. And probably that will influence driving behavior. I don't know whether it will, but Shailesh Sinha, do you think it will?
Definitely. I mean, I would like to point in 2 or 3 points here. Number one, you mentioned behavior, right? And second thing, what you mentioned was 60% of the accidents, fatal accidents, what happen involves speeding vehicles. These two things involve practically the commuters, the people on the road. That simply means the holistic approach needs to be there. Yes, violation control system should be there, automation should be there, big challenge should be there. This insurance policy which has brought into the picture should also be increased, at least to deter people to, do or apply lesser, irresponsible behavior on the road. We need to be responsible. That's the one thing what needs to be taken care. This September 2024, I have completed 25 years in the field of road safety, 25 years. And practically, I'm telling you, the numbers are increasing in terms of the accident numbers, in terms of fatal accidents, and the Chandigarh fellow, he said rightly, if the accident is of not of your child, it's very mild. It's practically the right point. We need to be practically thinking towards that. Yes, am I a national charactered people? Matlab, if I'm not applying road safety principles in my life, that simply means I am not a nationalist. I'm anti-national, because end of the day, your vehicle is a weapon if not used right. Understand very clearly, a vehicle is a weapon if not used right. I've been saying this and I'll keep saying this till the time everyone does not hear it and adhere to it. A vehicle is a weapon, and a behavior is the pattern through which we can handle road accidents well. Yes, insurance, adding insurance premium is one good part, but yes, end of the day, it's 60%. That needs to be brought into 20%, 25%. Only then you would be able to see lesser accidents, lesser fatal accidents on the road. 4.66 lakh accident 1 year. That's phenomenal. We need to understand that why can't we be more responsible? Why can't we be more, respective towards the people, other people on the road? So it's a holistic approach. This includes,
that
yes,
statistic,
insurance premium, good challaning system, human behavior. Yep. Yeah.
Here's the point. The statistic that 19 people are killed in road accidents every hour in this country doesn't hit anyone till it happens to you, as Mr. Tayal is saying, or it doesn't happen to someone you love. And ladies and gentlemen, with the way the statistics as far as road fatalities are going up, sooner or later it is going to come closer to you. P.V. Subramania, but here's the thing. This is something our first guest pointed out to, and this is something I would want to point out to our viewers as well, that according to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, there are 36 crore vehicles that are registered in India. Okay? 36 crore, Mr. Subramania. But fact is, out of these 18 crore are uninsured, which essentially means what? It means that 50% of the vehicles on the roads are uninsured. So while we are talking about increasing the premium for motor insurance, will it have the desired impact, given the fact that 50% of the vehicles on our roads are not insured only?
We are talking of two different problems. Look at it positively, 18 crore vehicles are insured. Right. So what we have to do is get the other 18 crores to be insured and ensure that for the kind of challan which he's getting, if it is speeding, maybe the premium goes up by 5%. But if it is drunken driving, maybe the premium goes up by 100%, something like that. And link it also to the value of the vehicle. Somebody who drinks and drives a Porsche maybe deserves to pay much more. And I think the higher the cost of the vehicle, chances are it is corporate owned, chances are it will get covered in insurance. So today we have technology which allows you to even track how many kilometers each car is running. Let us say he's a doctor who is 10 kilometers away from his house and he's 60 years of age. He drives very slowly at a speed of 30. And why should he pay the same premium which somebody else is driving at 200? You today can collect all that data. Take an example from health insurance. Today, if you wear a band around your hand or connected to your watch, it calculates how many steps you're walking. Based on that, your insurance premium changes, right? So similarly, a car can be tracked. You can put software to even say who is the driver who is driving. Is it that 60-year-old or is it his 30-year-old son? Or is it some driver who is driving? All that can actually be got without much cost. Once upon a time, you would never have been able to get such granular data. It is possible, and I don't think we should confuse it with, oh, so many cars are uninsured. Yes, they have to be brought in, but that doesn't mean that this should not be done. India is a big country. Different parts of the problem require different solutions. If you ask me, this is a fantastic first step. It has been implemented. It has been implemented in India in health insurance. You may be paying a different premium than your friend who is not walking 10,000 steps, right? So if that granular data is available, we should use it and we should say, okay, drunken driving, maybe the premium goes up 50%, 60%, just jack it up. Let it hurt. I'm not saying he's going to stop. I mean, a guy who can pay 4 crores for a car can definitely pay 4 lakhs for insurance. Let him pay 8 lakhs. right? So I think it's a fantastic thing. We should implement it, not bother about so many cars are uninsured, people will anyway drive. All that is true. That is a different solution. Like somebody else also said, technology should help. Put enough cameras all over the place, start sending out challans, push people. If the challans outstanding is 20,000 bucks, just jam the car. Don't let him drive, right? All these things can be done. Enough data is available. We should go ahead and push it.
Can it be pushed? Because I'm thinking to myself, there'll be so much ho halla, Ravi Srivastav. If the government and the finance minister tries to push the idea through, which most of us on the panel seem to think is a good idea, I
think
know
you
there'll be a
also
huge uproar.
good
And the
evening. I think
opposition is the one that will create the first halla gulla.
no, you also said the very first step. The idea looks good on a paper. I think that's the right answer you gave yourself. Yes, it looks good on a paper. It is impractical. It is illogical as far as the present conditions are concerned. Here is a government where the municipality, the traffic, the police have got no coordination with each other. Who is talking about the condition of the roads? The footpaths are broken. People are forced to walk on the road. The accidents are happening. You have got increase the premium. Okay, Porsche, Jaguar, BMW, Audi, you increase it to any level. A 17-year boy will go and rash drive it at 200 kilometers on the city road and kill people. It doesn't make a difference to them. There are people who can afford to pay any amount of premium. So I think this is not the solution. The total thing should be seen. The full coordination should be there. The roads should be safer. That's the most important thing. In a Mumbai city, you see yourself. The people are just, get knocked down on the road. The elderly people get killed. All these things are happening. And I have found a better solution as far as in the Middle East. The fines keep on increasing with every challan. After 3 challans, your license goes off for 6 months. I think those kind of deterrents should be implemented. And the traffic discipline there. Everything is not good in Europe and US, so we have to copy it in toto. We should know what kind of roads they have got. We don't have that. What the kind of system we have had, V.K. Saxena written about that let us improve our roads so that people can walk freely. There should be cycle tracks. There should be jogging tracks. Do we have that? Nowhere. But only thing is that 2.5 crore
Mr.
people of
Ravi
Delhi
Srivastav.
should be punished further by this kind of initiative, which has got no meaning. We have to improve so many things before implementing these kind of ideas.
Here's the point.
More coordination.
While the condition of the roads and the way roads are designed in this country is a big problem and the cause of accidents as well, the fact is that 70% of the times people on the road die because either they are overspeeding or someone else is overspeeding. So you can't blame everything on the road design and the halat of the roads. My point to you is, even if India's roads become like Germany's roads, people will still overspeed, people will still die because of road accidents.
No, that's the point.
We have to take some responsibility for our behavior also, na sir?
Absolutely. My other friend said it. It's a character. We lack that particular character in driving. We are reckless on the road. So these things happen. We have to behave. We have to drive sensibly. But that will come by putting all the things in order. The road should be good. The traffic signals should operate. The traffic police and all those things with the governance, with the civic governance, that should be in order so that people don't jump on the road. I've seen in Middle East when people are
Mr. Subramania,
crossing the road, the vehicle stops at its own.
Is the Middle East model better for us than the US model?
No.
Acha suniye, Mr. Subramania. Is the Middle East... Ravi ji, this is not a political tu-tu-me-me debate. Sun lijiye na, this is just a debate where we want opinions from everyone. Mr. Subramania, suniye
Look,
to.
we should
the Middle
make a
East
start.
Model better for us? More than 3 challans take away the driving license for 6 months.
No. See, we need to do a lot of things, right? So this may be the great first thing. Whether the Middle East one should be used or the US one should be used, time will tell. Aap kuch nahi karoge. If you just sit in one place and do nothing, 6 months later, we can have the same discussion. So you should do all of it simultaneously. You can't say, oh, India is a poor country, we don't need airports. We need airports, we need trains, we need good stations. In an ideal world, we need fantastic public transport so that people don't have to drive. If you can take a nice public transport 10 minutes from your office to your house, why would you want to drive? Right? So everything has to be in place, but somebody has to make a start somewhere, right? So this may be a fantastic place to start. Other things will fall in place later. We don't know which will work best, so let's start.
Okay. Let's start, and at least let's try, and let's ensure that those who drive recklessly on the roads and kill people, they feel the pain. We'll leave it there for the moment, Mr. Subramaniam. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much, Rajni Gandhi, for joining us. Shailesh Sinha, thank you very much. Dr. Tayal, thank you. And Ravi Srivastav, thank you very much for being with us as well. Again, this is a subject on which everyone has a view. If you have a view, you can always write into us on our Twitter handle. My Twitter handle is @Shreya Dhoundial. So in case you have an opinion, do put it there.